Partner of Strategic Partners in Media. He served as a campaign strategist for Mitt Romney. I'll just pick up on that last point, though it may be painful for you, Stuart, because I remember seeing those swelling crowds for Romney, especially in the last couple of weeks before the election. It was incredible. And people thought there's no way he's not going to win this. No way. And yet, as we now know, the crowd size was not predictive.
Well, it's a big country. And if you have a crowd of, say, 60,000 a day, and you still need to get to 65 million, it's going to take you about 5 or 6 years to reach those people. I think it's nice to have voter intensity.
And they do have it. They do have it behind Donald Trump.
I think Donald Trump has a smaller, intense following. The question here is just, it's about addition now. Everything you do should be about addition at this stage of a campaign. What new voters is Donald Trump adding to his coalition? All those voters only get to vote once. So a less enthusiastic voter and a more enthusiastic voter have the same power at the ballot box. So that's really, I think, going to be the challenge on Sunday night.
So don't you expect
Donald Trump to go out and actively reach out for more voters?
Don't you expect Trump to do that? I mean, don't you expect, given what happened to him in the wake of the first debate, he will change a bit and be maybe a little softer? I mean, he'll hit Hillary harder, but he'll be softer in dealing with the individual questioners at the town hall.
I don't know. It's a different format. It suits itself better to that. Personally, I think Donald Trump is still running against Donald Trump, and he should focus on telling people more about himself. He ought to ask people for a second look if you've decided not to vote for me. I think really it is a referendum on Donald Trump in that sense that he still has favorables that are under 40, and that just limits his growth.
What do you make of, I'll ask you the same question that I just asked about her with the, I thought the debate went pretty well. I get that her supporters love that. They're like, yeah, you go, girl. But these two candidates are fighting over this group in the middle that doesn't like either one of them, right? These people who haven't decided, they don't like her and they don't like him. You tell me whether that sort of, yeah, thing is going to go over well with these people.
Hillary Clinton has low favorables, but she has higher favorables than Donald Trump. Plus, she has a much bigger, better campaign. They've designed this campaign to place her in situations where she can do okay. They're not asking her to go out there and win this race, to carry this race on her back, like a sporting analogy. They believe that they have an organization that can deliver a campaign message, and that she has passed that threshold that people can imagine her as President of the United States. For a lot of voters, Donald Trump has not passed that threshold. There's still a very high number of people who can't imagine Donald Trump being president. And I personally think that that's really what he should try to address on Sunday night.
And now they're both in their own version of a presidential protection program. With, you say, they've designed her situation so she's not in a place where she feels uncomfortable or is anything unexpected could come at her, which is why she sat for a half an hour with Mary J. Blige, the singer, which is why she did Entertainment Tonight this evening, which is why we just found out that when she went on the Steve Harvey show, she had every single question given to her in writing in advance, and then she feigned surprise as the questions were asked. And Donald Trump, with all due respect to my friend at 10 o'clock, will go on Hannity, and pretty much only Hannity, and will not venture out to the unsafe spaces these days, which doesn't exactly expand the tent for either one of them. There, that's my 2 cents. Stuart, I'll give you the last word.
I think that when you saw in the last debate, Hillary Clinton was delivering messages that really resonate with certain audiences. Her comments about African Americans and the legal system, I think the white voters like Hillary Clinton or not like Hillary Clinton, it just doesn't have the resonance it does with African Americans. I think they have a plan. They know what their vote goals are, and they know how to put together these coalitions.
Yeah, and we'll see, because the electoral map is looking better and better for her. Stuart, always a pleasure. Breaking tonight, new details from the National Hurricane Center on Matthew. The storm now has sustained winds of over 115 miles an hour. It's tracking straight toward the southeast coast of Florida. Moments ago, we got word that the Fort Lauderdale airport is shutting down completely tomorrow morning. We'll go to our weather center in moments for the very latest predictions. Plus, did the Clinton campaign just make a big political error when it comes to this storm? Yes, even Matthew will be politicized. Chris Direwalt and Dana Perino are next on what Mrs. Clinton's team just announced and why it could cause them problems in the key swing state of Florida. And then we're getting reports that Obamacare is suddenly facing new and serious trouble from the exact problems that the critics predicted, including right here on this broadcast 2 years ago. We will speak once again with Dr. Ezekiel Emanuel, a key architect of healthcare overhaul, about what they told us then and what is happening now.
If you talk to somebody who said, well, I don't know, I was watching Fox